What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Rev Matching RC here. So today I'm getting off of work at a military installation, so I didn't want to record while I was still on post. So, you know, OPSEC, if you guys know guys in the military or work through the military. But anyway, it's the weekend, guys. Per the title, I've had this car for 8 years, man. And what has my experience been with it? 2004 Cadillac CTSV. Absolutely love it. It's a great car. Bought it back in 20. Let's see if I can get in front of this car here real quick. There's one reason why I like it. So anyway, let's calm down a little bit. Yeah, bought this car back in 2018 of February. And, I have 3 kids total, of course, married, and I think most of us wanted a Corvette. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted a Corvette. And while I like those, I know I needed something that was practical. I was looking for G8s. I was looking at BMW M5s, E39s, which is very comparable to this car. But my criteria when I was looking for this car was 4-door V8 manual transmission, rear-wheel drive. Those were like the key things. Had to be that. Didn't have a whole lot of experience with looking up these CTSVs. It wasn't until one of my buddies had a 2017 Chevy SS, and it was a 6-speed car. He let me drive it, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Now, I couldn't afford $50,000 to $55,000 at the time when those things were kind of new, so I needed to find something in the used market. I was looking at V2s. Those were still kind of pricey, and I ended up buying this one, this 2004 Cadillac CTSV. I got it. They wanted $15,000 for it. I got it for $12,500. So, long story short, I love it. Okay, I love it. I needed something that was kind of like a Swiss Army knife, if you think about it, and I think most parents or fathers who wanted a Corvette end up getting a CTSV. Kind of the best of all worlds, Now, with my job, I tend to travel a lot, so I've been home consistently, for about, I don't know, a year or so. So I've really been daily driving this thing a lot. A lot of times it kind of just stays hanging out at the garage, while I'm on the road. Have my wife start it up every so often, or I put one of those little battery tenders. But anyway, my experience with this car is great. When I got this car, my daughter is 9 years old now, but when I got this car, she was 1. And when I thought about making this video, I was like, wow, how awesome is it that my daughter, and I have pictures of when she was like really young, she was shifting the gears and whatnot. I just thought it was amazing. But she, this has been a corner piece part of her life. Her whole life, she's known this car, So I just thought that was pretty cool having it this long. This car is probably the longest tenured car that I've had for 8 years, and I have no plans in selling it, guys. I really love it. Now, I will say, when I bought the car had issues. Like any used car, right? It needed a clutch. We all know about the dual mass flywheels and all that stuff. So this does have an LS7 clutch in it. This car is cammed. It's got a TSV 228R in it. You guys have seen this in some of the videos. It also, and I've rebuilt the heads, done all the necessary valve train, all the things that we need to do for it to work. Okay. I think it was around COVID time, I think, when I had it tuned and dynoed. It was making about 390 to the wheels, if I can remember. So I think stock I had, let me slide over real quick. This after work traffic is kind of crazy. But anyway, I think when I dynoed this stock, and we know these Gen 1s do not have, they are not dyno queens at all. I think it dynoed at about 330-ish or something like that. So, picked up a good amount of power. A 228R is not a small cam, but it's not a huge cam. It's a kind of middle of the road cam. So really happy with that. But aside from the cam and aside from just the car being old and replacing bushings, I have polyurethane bushings. I have there's so many things I have done to this car, and all of it that I've done it myself. I am my own warranty when it comes to this. So The first LS car I worked on, my brother had a 2001 Camaro SS, and it was a automatic car, and a great car. And that's my first LS cam swap, head swap, and everything like that on that car. And while I'm a small guy, I didn't really have a whole lot of issues. Working on that car and then doing the cam swap and pulling the heads on my car, on the CTSV, is worlds different. It's so much better. You know, I've heard that even like, you know, C5 and C6 vets are kind of hard to work on. So, man, it's an easy car to work on. But maintaining it, all the go fast parts, things in my life are changing. If you've been on my channel from the get-go where it was more car content, now it's a lot of RC content. It's just ways that I try to spend time with my kids. So if you guys are on the car side of things and you're hanging out with me and seeing the RC content, I truly appreciate you guys. You guys do matter to me as well. That's why I wanted to make this video. But my ownership with this car has been great. Once I fix all the issues that you have with this car, you know, the bad shifter, the rear diff issue, you know what I'm saying? Once you address all those issues, this car becomes a great car. It becomes a car that is a great driver. It's relatively quick. I haven't modded it to where it's like, man, I just want to drive it on Sunday or Saturday. I want to drive this car every day. I want to drive this car every day. The kids want to be in the car. You know, sometimes, you know, my wife has like an older Lexus RX 330. And while that's a great car for an older car, man, a lot of them say, we want to ride in the CTSV. And I love that. I love that, being a family man, and that we could just do that, you know. But guys, yeah, man, let me move on over real quick. Aside from all the go fast parts, I have done a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but you know, things that happen to the car in terms of like maintenance, because it's older, right? It's older. So alternator, starter, I mean, the car, it's 04, it's a 22-year-old car. Things are bound to happen. Things are going to break. You just got to maintain it, guys. And I would tell you, man, like, the kind of reaction you get from a car like this, from all walks of life, old, young, male, female, it doesn't matter. You know, this car gets a lot of looks. This car, sometimes you get looks in a weird way. You pull up to the gas station, and of course, you know, it's got a small little cam thump, and they're like, man, what you got in that Cadillac? That's the biggest major thing that you hear from it. But it's really cool, man. And this is coming from a guy that I've owned mostly imports. This is probably the most powerful car that I've ever bought. And so there was a learning curve for me to kind of get used to it. A rear-wheel drive, you know, 400 horsepower, you know, sedan. You know, but yeah, guys, 8 years owning this car. I love it. It would take me forever to go through all the mods. And who knows, man, I may do a small series about certain mods that I've done to the car, and we could discuss that while we're doing this. And we can go from there. But hey guys, let me know if you're a CTSV1 owner, or just an old car owner in general. How long have you owned it for? What was your ownership experience like?